magic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go, D. Hey, got tight left. Hey. You got three.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Watson on the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Running for it. Here's Hyde. And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They go play action here on first down. It'll buy some time right. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
You got nothing to get.
They'll run with Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal.
Regular.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Alert, 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 alert.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. A run for Nick Chubb. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
All day, dog.
On third down, Mayfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First down, a run with Hyde. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Give running right, it's Hyde. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They run high. And an alley to run. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Chubb. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Hey, alert 33. Watch.
They run. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll toss it to Miller. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down and 4. Watson escaping the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. Hyde. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
It's complete to Hopkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson eluding the pressure right. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 13 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 16.
Check. Cross.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Following the penalty, Chubb. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
20. Watch it, 5. Here we go.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man. That's Landry. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They're running it.
On the carry, it's Chubb. They find some open field here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Watson being chased out left. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got Miller. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
A first down carry now for Miller. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 5 now. Watson. He's got Fuller. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 41 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Chubb.
You better come hard next time, son.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Whistles now and a timeout.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my spirits are off.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down, Trubisky. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now Trubisky on first down. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Next to score, Bears 7, Browns 0. O'Donnell, the kickoff for Chicago.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry for Nick Chubb. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
180. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Check 50.
Mayfield now. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. Chubb. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, it's complete. It's Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 74 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Seibert now to kick this thing away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
180.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Hey, alert.
Check 3. Check 3.
Throwing. Mayfield. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, watch this.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, keep smooth. 51.
On first down, Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Now Trubisky to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. This is touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You ain't going nowhere. Regular. Check, 59. Get that quarterback.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Working out of the gun, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores. The kicks away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Get up! 180! Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Trubisky will throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A gain there of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
What we got? Hey, Charlie! Mike 51, Mike 51. Ran, tough.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Browns 28, Bears 21. Austin Seibert.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Come on now, let's go.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 67 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Christian Kirksey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Olivier Vernon. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from the tech.
There he goes, left side. A big play that time out of Chubb. 43 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Chubb will get the call, running left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, running right is Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. To try again after the sack, Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Alert! 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 Hey, we got to get this stop here.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
At the 40-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield, flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Mayfield. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them.
And my goodness, another interception.